Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia, and I'm going to be giving the webinar today. Today, we're going to see how to upload our contracts into your system. Remember that from your system, you can actually send out your offer contracts to any property that you decide that you want to buy, that you want to make an offer on. The system will provide you with the contact information for the realtor, for the agents, if the property is for sale. So you will just actually, with a couple clicks, be able to actually just send the offer contract and just wait and see what they answer to you. I'm going to log into my account. If you're a mentor student from BRIA or DRIA, you actually do have your contracts already uploaded into the system. If not, ReFXS per se does not provide any kind of document, so you actually do have to obtain your own contracts to be able to upload it into the system. What kind of documents that you need? The contract is actually the most used one is the FAR as is contract. It has to be blank. It has to be a PDF file. Let me show you. I have them open here. Just a second here. This is what most people use, and this is the FAR. As you see, this is the PDF file with the spaces in blank. The system will be able to fill in this information on its own according to the property that you're sending the contract to. To be able to have the system do this, fill in this information, we do have to do a little work the first time we upload our contracts. We have to go in and edit it and add in variables. I'll show you how to do that today. Apart from the actual contract, you can upload additional documents, for example, the addendums that go with the contract, or your PDF, or your proof of funds, or EMDs. All of them have to be in PDF file. I have a short sale addendum here to show you how to upload that. As you see, it's a PDF file with space blank. We'll go ahead and use the variables that I'll show you where they are and how they work to be able to have the system populate the information once you're working with them. So let's go to our account. I'm going to go to settings. Remember that if you have a question at any moment during the webinar, just go ahead and type it in the chat section or in the question and answer section, and I'll be happy to answer them as soon as we go along. So where do I upload my contracts? First of all, like I said, I have to have them in my computer, in the files in my computer as a PDF file. Here I have my documents. They have to be a PDF file in the files in my computer. So I log into my account and go to settings. Here in settings, I go to the second option up here that is documents. If you are not a mentor student, as I mentioned before, this is what you'll find when you go to the document section of your settings. No documents added. To add a document, click on the plus sign. If you are a mentor student, you will find here a set of contracts, because you actually can upload the contract, the blank contract and fill it up in different ways depending on what type of negotiation you're doing. For example, you won't fill in the contract the same way if it's a short sale as if it was a homeowner, or if it's a Fannie Mae, or if it's a agent direct with no seller, seller direct with no agent, sorry. So you can upload the base contract, the PDF file several times, give it different names, and fill it out differently according to what your need is at that moment. So let's go ahead and upload my first contract. I'm going to click on the plus sign on the right side. That will take me to my files. Like I said, I have to have them in my files, have to know where they are. Uh, Documents. I'm going to upload the R bar as is. I can double click on it or click on open. The system will ask me if I have all the permits and I'm allowed to actually use this system, this contract. I'll click on agree and the system will upload the contract. It usually takes a little bit for it to upload. There. I have my contract now uploaded into the system. Once it's uploaded, I click on it because I have to do several things now. First of all, here's where I will put information that I want the contract to have as me as a buyer. Whether I buy under my own name or I buy under a company's name, that is the information that I have to fill in here. I'm going to put in my name here. This is where the system will take the information to fill in your information as buyer. So let's put an address. You can fill in Carolina. Have to, if you buy sometimes under your name or sometimes under a company's name, you can fill in both and have one active and one inactive. And depending on what you're doing at the moment, you can come here and activate the other one. Let's scroll down a little bit and keep on going. Here's where I put in the information for acceptance date, closing days, inspection days. From here, the system will take that information. So let's put here, let's 10 and leave the other ones blank. Here in this section is where I will add the additional documents that I want to go out with my contract. Like I said, I have in my files right now the short sale addendum, but you can have your lead-based paint uh, addendum, or you can have the proof of funds or the EMDs. You can actually upload all of them. If you have several contracts, each contract has to have its own set of additional documents. You have to upload the additional documents for each contract. How do I upload it? I just click here and add. And again, that will take me to my files. Let's select the SS addendum. Again, it asks me if I have permission to use it. I click on agree. Here I have it. And this is an addendum. What this checkboxes here is EMD, proof of funds, and additional documents per se. This is an addendum, so I'll click on the last one. If it was a proof of funds, I would click second, and if it was earnest money deposit, I would click on this one. It's important that you do check the box of corresponding to what the document is, because that's how the system will know what this document that you're sending out is, and it will be able to tell you in your follow-up system if you have already sent a proof of funds or EMD or an addendum. So once I have that information, I click on save. So now I have my contract and I have my additional document uploaded. But now I have to actually go into the contract and start editing it. So I'll click on it again. Wait for it to open. And click down here where it says Edit Contract. That will open the actual PDF for me to start filling in all the blank spaces. How do I fill these blank spaces? If you see on the left side, this first drop down has a set of variables. That's what we call them. That is information that you want to be filled in your contract. You can go through the list and see what you need in any given place. First, you have to click on the place where you want to put it. And let's start doing it so you can see. For example, this would be the seller, so that would be the owner. So I'm going to look for owner's name. They're in alphabetical order. So here I have owner's name. Buyer. Let's click here and go to buyer name and put it here. So I have seller and buyer. Like I said, remember that the buyer is the information that I put in when I uploaded my contract. That's where the system will get this name. Then I just keep going through the contract and fill in all the information that I want to fill in. Street, address, city, and zip code. In this case, I have to put 3 things together. The best way to do that one is not using the variables separately. I'm going to use the variables in the same line. And since each property will have different lengths of address or city, I do need to put it in the same line. And I want the system to be able not to overlap one on top of the other. So I'll use, instead of using it separately, I'm going to put them together. How do I do that? I come here to add text. That will allow me either to type in anything I want to type in directly that is not in the variables, or to actually use the variables one next to another. So I need to put street address, city, and zip code. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for address, property address, comma, space, city, property city, comma, and property zip code. And click on add. For some reason it threw it out of place, so I'll just use my mouse and drag it and put it on its place. Locate it in, this is the county, so I'll look for property county. Tax ID, this is the folio number. Legal description. If I need to fill anything else here, I fill it in, but I use variables. You can go through the variables and see everything that's available. Or like I told you, you can come directly here and type in if it's a text that is not in the variables, it's a text I want to add. You just type it in here and put it there. Let's go to purchase. This would be my offer. So let's put offer price. Initial deposit. If you're going to do any additional deposit, you put your, let's look for it. Additional deposit. Balance to close. Sometimes it throws it off. I just have to look for it and drag it and put it in its place. This one, balance to close, will actually do the math and put in the balance. You have your offer price, you did an initial deposit and additional deposit, and the system will act, if you use the variable for balance to close, the system will actually do the math and put balance. If you're going to fill in anything else here, you can fill it in. And then down here you have your initials, and of course at the end in the 13th page you would have 12th page, you would have your signatures. You do have to upload them into the system. Let me see if I have some. Yes, I do have some. Let me just put it here and I'll show you where you have to upload it. Sometimes it's too big, so you just put it in place and you can reduce it and have it fit in wherever you want it. This is the first page, so I'd move to the next page and go through all the information and start filling in whatever I need to fill in. You also can, the system will allow you also to check the boxes if you need to check any box. For example, I could check this one. How do I check them? I have the option either to fill it in with a little dot or a check mark or an X. I'm going to use the check mark. So how do I do it? I just click in the place where I want the check mark or the dot or the X to be. Click up here and it hopefully will put it in its place or very close, and just drag it and put it exactly where I want it. All the pages have to have my initials, so I'll put it there and go to the next page. Again, I go through all the information. If I need to type in anything, I just type it in with the add text or the variables if it's a variable. Let's go to page 12. No, the second from last where I have the actual additional terms. Usually I would check the lead-based paint because you should send the lead-based paint. So let's check this one. Even though I didn't upload it now, you should upload your lead-based paint disclosure. Additional terms. Depending on what additional terms that you want to fill in, this is something that you would have to add with add text. Click first where you're going to put it, and then click on the icon, and I'm not going to use variables. So agrees to that is again, if it's not exactly what where you want it, just pick it up and put it exactly there. Your initial in this page. And let's go to the last page where I would put my signature. Again, if it's too big, I can reduce it so it doesn't overlap on top of the writing up here, date. To have it be filled in with the correct date, I would use a variable here for date. I will leave my contract with the date that I'm actually sending the contract. Buyer's address 1, buyer's address line 2, same thing here, owners. So what you have to do is go page by page and see everything that you actually do have to fill in. Once you have it all fill in, all you have to do is close it and the system will actually save everything that you have changed there. There is no save button or whatever. Whatever you have changed, as soon as you close here, will be automatically saved. Now I go to my additional document and I have to do the same thing with the additional document if there is anything to be filled in the additional document. If you have a proof of funds, most of the time you won't have to do any editing there, but in this case, in my SS addendum, short sale addendum, I do have to fill in and use the same variables I used in the contract. Again, I would put here seller would be the owner. It might be a bit of work. It is somewhat of a pain doing this, but it's actually something that you will only do one time when you upload your contract, when you start using your account. And after that, you will use the same contract with the same information over and over again. You can use it all year with any kind of any type of properties with any number of properties. So it's actually homework that you'll have to do only one time. You can come in here and edit a line or two if a certain negotiation calls for it, but the hard work is only one time. Here, I was looking for owner's name. Buyer. Again, it's too big, so I'll just make it smaller. Once I have everything I need in, I just close it and everything will be saved. And now I have everything ready to start sending out my contracts. I told you I was going to show you how to upload your signatures here in the same place where you have in settings. You have documents, and if you see here, the next option here is signatures. You have the option to set to upload two sets of signatures and initials. How do I do it? There's two ways. If I click here and add, the system will actually allow me. I already have the first set, so I'm going to go to the second signature. The system will actually allow me to draw it here. If you're able to do it with your mouse, great. Just draw it here and save it. But actually the best way, so it looks good, it would be to go ahead and get a Sharpie and a paper, draw your signature on paper with a Sharpie, scan it, upload it into your computer as a JPEG file, and then when you click here and add, let's put second initials, and click on, instead of selecting drawing here, I'll select upload, and that will look through the files, and I go through the files in my computer. That's documents. And look for the signatures that I already have there. See, it looks a lot better than drawing it with the mouse. So I just click on select. Oh, I already selected. And click on save. I'm going this one. Uh, Let's upload, select, and save. Yes. You see, actually, it looks a lot better doing it with your Sharpie and paper and upload it as a file, JPEG file, than drawing it with the system. So actually, that's all you have to do to start using your system to send out offers and contracts. You make sure you have your PDF file of a blank contract in your computer. Come here to settings, click on documents, click on add document. That will take you to the files of your computer. Select the file of the computer, upload it, and once you have it uploaded, you fill in the necessary information here, upload any additional documents if you're going to add any additional documents with it, and then go ahead and edit the contract, filling in all the information so the system will know and be able to populate the information at the moment of sending it. Let's wait for it to load so I can show you an actual preview. If you click on preview here, the system will show you actually just the variables. It's not associated with any property. So at this moment, the system will not be able to show you any information as per se. It will just show you all the gibberish that the variables say. If you want to see it filled in, let's do that. I have it all set up. So now I'm going to my follow-up. And I'm actually going to select the property and click on send document, select the document, and click on preview there so you can see the actual information filled in. Let's type in an offer price here. Remember, the system will not let you send any offers unless you have the offer price filled in. So I'm just going to type in whatever here. There, so I select. Let's use the calculate offer factor 80, round to 500 and apply. There. Now that I have my offer price and the system will be able to fill in that there, I just click in here on send document. If I only have one contract, that's the one that the system will select. If I have several, I have to click here and select whichever contract I'm going to use at this particular moment. Remember, we uploaded only the short sale addendum. If you have several additional documents, you check which ones you want to go out with your contract at this time. The system already has the initial deposit. You can change it there. If you the initial deposit, you can type in an additional deposit if you are going to do any additional deposit. The information that as yourself as a buyer. And let's click on previews to actually see the information populated in. See, here you have all the information. Like I said, see that you have the system actually calculates, does the math here, and you have your offer price, initial deposit, and the balance to close is actually calculated. Anything else that you filled in. Like we didn't fill anything out there. Let's go to the second from last page. I have my additional terms, and on the last page I have my signature and today's date. The information on my additional document. And this is what will actually go out. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you how to upload your contracts and your additional documents and how to set it up to start making offers and start making money. So thank you. If we do not have any questions, I really thank you for being with us today. And remember, we have our live chat here. If you have any quick questions that we can answer, you can schedule coaching one-on-one online at any moment. Just give us a call, or actually through the live chat, you can schedule the coachings if you need a coaching, or you can call us to our main phone number that is 888-349-5668 during office hours. Also, the chat will be answered during office hours. But if you're working after hours or on weekends, just go ahead and leave your questions in the live chat, and we'll be happy to answer it as soon as we come in the next morning. So it was a pleasure working with you today, and I'll wish all of you a very, very happy weekend and hope to see you all next Friday with us. Thank you very much. And like I said, have a great weekend. Bye.